3. Very good. Okay, now we need to talk about one more concept. Sharps and flats. Now I'm sure you've been wondering, we've got, like on this first E string, we've got open, first, and third, but what's this note in between? What's that note? Well, just like there are black keys and white keys on a piano, each of them being a half step apart, a guitar, every fret that you see on the neck is exactly one half step. And different notes either have a half step in between them or don't have a half step in between them. Half and whole steps is what this is called. When you have two half steps put together, makes up a whole step. But each of these is one half step apart. So now we're going to talk about the notes that are in between the notes. And there's two ways to look at them. Let's talk about sharps first. The little number sign looking symbol is a sharp sign. What that means is it takes whatever note that is in front of it, and you see the sharp sign, you raise that note up one half step, 1 fret's worth on your guitar. And that's what sharps do. You've learned all the notes so far. Now we're just going to adjust those notes a little bit using sharps and flats. Let's look at the sharp line first. We're going to start on this F, first finger F. Now, remember, finger rules apply, so when I go to this F sharp, which would be right here, my second finger would cover that. First finger covers everything in the first fret on all the strings. Second covers anything on the second. Third covers anything on the third. Pinky pulls double duty. Anything that happens on the fourth or the fifth, pinky covers. So we have F, and now we've got F sharp. Okay, then we've got G, and then we've got G sharp. On this next string, we would have a C, then a C sharp with our second finger, D, then a D sharp with our pinky. Good. On the third string, we would have open G. Well, now how do I sharpen open string? Well, you put your first finger on that string, and that would be a G sharp there. Okay, so we have G, we've got G sharp. Second finger would be A. After that would be an A sharp. Okay. On the fourth string, we have D. How did we sharpen open string? Put our first finger on that first fret. D sharp, then E. Oh, here's our first problem. If I wanted an E sharp, that would be on the third fret. But that's already an F, you're probably saying to yourself. You're exactly right. An E sharp is an F. F is the more common name, so you hardly ever hear it referred to as an E sharp. But I guess technically it would be an E sharp. There's the F. If we wanted an F sharp, we got our pinky over here. The fifth string, we got open A. If I wanted A sharp, it'd be there. B, then B sharp, or more commonly known to as C, then C sharp. On the last string, let's just start on the F. Second finger F sharp, third finger G, G sharp. See how those work? Sharps. Sharps go up a half step. Now let's talk about the opposite way. I can take a note up a half step, but I can also take a note and bring it down a half step, and those are called flats. When it is a flat, that's that little B, it kind of looks like an italicized B. That's a flat sign. When you see that by a note, you play the note a half step down from where we had done initially, if it were just plain. Okay? So let's do a few of these. Starts out on a G. Now if I wanted a G flat, I would not go up this way. I wouldn't go this way on the neck. I would go back down this way, which would be a G flat. Got it? G, G flat. Now wait a minute. Where was that F sharp that we learned a little bit ago? F, F sharp. F sharp and G flat are the same note. You're just looking at it from different perspectives. If I'm on an F, I would look up, there would be an F sharp. If I'm at a G, I'm looking down on it, flatting it, that would be a G flat. So when you get into these sharps and flats notes, a lot of times you can come at it from either direction, so you have two names for the same note. So we have G flat, then we have F. Let's go down the neck, open, and here's our first problem. How do I flat an open string? I can't get any lower than an open string. The rule says you go down to the next string, which would be the second string, and you use your pinky. So that would be an E flat. The rule is you go down to the next string and you use your pinky. So here's an E, here's an E flat. Let's keep going. D, D flat, C, then B. Okay, here's the one exception to the rule. Here I just taught you a rule, and this is going to be the one exception to the rule. On the third string, just has to do with how the guitar is tuned and how it's been tuned over the ages. A B flat, which is what we're going for, would not be with your pinky, which is what the rule would say. This is the one exception. A B flat is with your third finger. B, B flat, A flat, G. Now we're back to our rule again. How do we flat an open string? We go the fourth finger, the next string down, G flat, F, E, E flat, D. Let's keep going. D flat, C, B, B flat, A flat, G. We're giving our pinky a good workout. G flat, and F. Very good. And that's sharps and flats. Okay, one more concept I need to tell you about in sharps and flats. Sharps and flats have a time duration on them. Time duration. What that means is they are good for one measure. So if you look in your example there, an F going to an F sharp, once I sharp that F, then that F is sharped for the rest of the measure. No matter whether it's high F, low F, or medium F, whatever F, as soon as one F is sharped, all Fs are sharped for the complete rest of the measure. Once I hit that bar line, then it resets again. Now, what if I get to that second F sharp, and I really don't want it to be an F sharp? How can I cancel it out? That's where you use a natural sign. A natural sign looks like kind of two L's backed up against each other. That cancels out a previously held sharp or flat. Okay, we're going to learn two chords today. We're going to learn an A minor and an E. The M standing next to the A, that's the minor. It's a symbol for minor, so A minor. Let's go through it. Let's take a look at the A minor. There's nothing happening on the sixth string. The fifth string is open. On the fourth string, you have your second finger. Third string, you have your third finger down there on the second fret. First finger on that C, and the last string is open. If I played them in each note individually, it'd sound like this. One more time. All together. That's an A minor chord. Now, an E chord has exactly the same finger shape if you just move everybody up a whole string set. Just move everybody up a whole string set and you end up with an E chord. Got it. It's a 6-string chord. Use all 6 strings. Let's do it individually. Now, let's go through your 2 exercises, your 3 exercises there. Exercise 1 goes from between the A minor and the E. It just practices jumping you between those 2 chords. Here we go. A minor, ready, play. 2, 3. Now an E. 2, 3. Back to the A minor. Back to E. And it ends up on that A minor. Okay? Exercise number 2 starts with a C. We're going to combine some of our other chords that we've already had. Remember, we had the C, the G7, and now we are adding the A minor and the E. Let's do exercise number 2. 1, 2, ready, go. A minor. Here comes that E. G7, C. Okay, now in exercise 3, I throw them in there together. They're all mixed up together, but they change a little bit faster. I'll take this one pretty slow for you. Exercise number 3. Ready? C chord. Now an A minor chord. G7 for 4 beats. 2, 3, 4. Open E. 1, 2. A minor. And a C chord. Very good. Now, let's talk about your assignment for this session, session 4. What I want you to do is all of the notes in the first position, go through them, say them and play them, all the way from low E up to high G. Say them and play them. Try and do them with the music, try and do them without the music, and just memorize them. There's also some notes in the first position exercises there that I'd like for you to cover. We're also going to cover 3 songs. Our biggest songs yet, Simple Gifts, Minuet in G, and the Star-Spangled Banner. So work on those, and we can work on them together in the workshop time. Now, let me talk about some guitar tips. In the guitar tips section today, I wanted to just cover, I didn't want to cover any material, but I just wanted to encourage you. If you're serious about guitar playing, what you need to do is work hard at it. I can present it to you in a fairly short amount of time, but you will only get better with the effort that you put into it. And a little bit of effort, it's the guys that put slow, consistent effort into it are the ones that actually end up playing guitar at the end of the day. It's not the guys that always dream about guitar playing or hang around guitar players or anything like that. Those aren't the ones that actually get the job done. I've been teaching for years and I've been playing for years and years and years, and I have not found another way to get better other than good old hard work. Sitting on your couch, sitting on your bed, doing simple exercises. You may feel like, why am I doing these dopey little tunes when I really want to be playing great stuff? I have not found another shortcut to be able to do it other than working hard. So I would just encourage you, if you've made it this far in this series, you're obviously serious about what you're doing, and I would encourage you to keep it up. We've finished through the single notes, and we're getting ready to start into chords, which is kind of another hemisphere of guitar playing, and you're getting ready to come into some fun stuff. But your hard work here and diligence will pay off. Okay, welcome to Session 4, Guitar Workshop. Here's where we get the job done. Here's where we really get the skills that we need to get done. You ready? Let's practice. First thing we need to do is review all of our notes that we've gone through so far. So we're going to starting on that low E. Let's go through them. And let's play them and say them together. You ready? E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Let's go down backwards. G, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Let's go through those one more time, a little bit faster. Ready, play. Back down. Make sure your fingers are moving just like a machine, just coming on and off just like you want them to. When they're not playing something, they should be hovering right above the fretboard. Okay? Now, let's go through all of your notes one more time. This time we're going to go pretty fast. See if you can keep up. Ready? Play. One more time. Okay, now let's do a couple of exercises. If you look at your 5th and 6th string exercise sheet, we're going to look at number 4 on that sheet. So let's do that. Number 4 on the 5th and 6th string exercise sheet. You ready? Let's play. Ready, go. G, G, G. Now you go back down. There you go. Now, we also learned 2 chords. We learned an A minor